In this video, we're going to be looking at finishing combat. That is, how do we allow the enemies to attack us and for us to take damage? So let's go ahead and take a look at how that's going to happen. All right, so I am going to go to our player object. There's two variables that I need to create. So I'm going to put these in my create event handler. And that's going to be hit points or HP. I'm going to set that equal to 10. And then I'm going to do total HP or total hit points is going to be equal to HP. These are going to be how many damage points that we can get hit by with our enemy. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up an alarm. Just like we handled an alarm with our enemy to manage our hit state, which is giving a coloring type effect, as well as things like, are we dead and do we need to make the enemy disappear? We're going to have the alarm inside of our player. Now this is going to be a separate alarm. So I'm going to hit the plus, alarm, and I can do alarm 0. I don't have to do the alarm 1 or create alarm 2 or 3 because this is per object. And in this alarm 0, I'm going to say image blend equals C white. If you remember from our video that we had where we dealt with enemies taking damage, using this image blend and set it to white just kind of remove that red filter on it, just a little add-on. The next event handler that we need to do is deal with the collision from the enemy. So I'm going to come over here, create a new event handler, collision, objects, and I'm looking for object enemy parent because I want this to be true no matter what enemy hits me. And the first thing to check is to make sure my alarm isn't currently active because I don't want multiple strikes and multiple hits against me when I've recently been attacked. That should be a little bit of a blank space that allows me to try to get away. So I'm going to say if alarm 0 is less than 0. So if it's a negative value, specifically -1, then my alarm is inactive. This is how I'm going to protect against 2 or more strikes in one blow. Now, if this attack is valid, I need to subtract my damage that I'm receiving from the other person from my hit points. So I'm going to say hit points, HP, minus equals other dot damage. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that red shade just like I did if the enemy got hit with the attack object. So I'm going to say image blend equals C red. And then I'm going to set the alarm. So alarm 0 equals 60. So this is saying how long the alarm is going to go. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to check to see what happens if my hit points got completely wiped out. I'm at 0 or even less than 0 because I took a lot of damage. So how do I check for that? Well, it's a simple if statement. So I come here and say if hit points is less than or equal to 0. So in this case, my player object has died. Then I'm going to want to reset this. I'm going to do room underscore restart. And this takes the current room that I'm in and it restarts it, essentially restarting the level for me. So let's press F5 to test this. You see, as I get attacked, I'm getting damage. This is allowing me to get attacked multiple times. And then I got hit too many times. It reset me. It sent me back to my starting place. It restarted the room, which is exactly what we expect. Now, I didn't attack any because I needed to make sure I died as an example there for you. but you get a good idea of this. Of course, this is good, but we want to go further. We want to be able to say, well, hey, what happens if I get really good? I do attack 2 or 3 of these characters, and I'm able to kind of level up my experience because I killed the bad guys, or more and more and more. Well, that's what we're going to talk about in our next videos. How do we build experience points, and how do we level up our character? So stay tuned so you can see how we're going to do that.